Here's another science diagram. Worth 1,000 words for 800. Stick and ball models help scientists visually describe the construction of molecules of a substance. The diagram shows the stick and ball model of an ethane molecule composed of bonded atoms of hydrogen, white, and carbon, black. Based on the diagram, which of the following is most likely the chemical formula of ethane? Now, I have a lot of students who throw up their hands in the air. They say, Kate, I've never seen a stick and ball model, and I've never seen chemical formulas, and you're a jerk, and I'm going home now and turning you off. But what I would argue is that even if you don't know much about either of these two, we could use some common sense logic to at least narrow this down. Anybody want to help me try to narrow these down to a couple of logical choices? Like I'm looking at this formula and I see two letters, C and H. What do you think that's about?
So the C, I'm assuming, stands for the carbon and the H for the hydrogen.
You would be assuming correctly.
And then I'm going to guess that on the numbers, like it has something to do with how many balls are there.
Amen. You just made a very good assumption. The C is carbon, the H is hydrogen, and the numbers have something to do with the balls. Good. Excellent. So then does that make any of these answers more or less pleasing to you?
So it's the white balls is six of them.
There are six white balls,
The
which are which
hydrogen,
one?
the hydrogen atom,
Hydrogen. So there's six hydrogen,
and then two of the carbon.
and there's two of the carbon.
So I'm guessing that would rule out A and C maybe.
Beautiful. Look at that. You narrowed it down to two, and you're right. The correct answer is among them. Any thoughts about which one then?
Well, D,
Why do you choose D?
because I think with the bracket or parentheses, it will tell you that it's multiplying.
You're right. That's exactly what it would tell us. We don't have to know about chemistry. You can pull that from math. You're right. If we had the six outside of the parentheses, that would tell us that there were actually a total of 12 carbons and six hydrogens, or six times two. Nice job. So you're right. It's D. Strong work. Wowza, you guys. Look at you putting together your common sense, your math skills, your diagram reading abilities. Ton of stuff. I'm impressed. One of the biggest things that messes with students when they take a test is the tendency to throw up your hands. You see something you've never seen before, you throw up your hands and say, I cannot figure this out. This is the kind of question, if you've never seen this before, you should guess, flag, and come back to it at the end. At the end of the test, you're relaxed, you know you finished the other problems. You can sit there and think about it and say, hey, well, this is true, so maybe that's true. And then you're not getting all stressed out, but you also are using your skills and trying to see if you can put them together in a new way. Okay, so that's my advice for you. You get something totally unfamiliar, guess it, flag it, come back at the end, and see if you can't use those gorgeous common sense skills like you guys did.